Oh, all right. Welcome, guys, to another episode of Bullshit in Video Games.
How you doing, everyone?
I felt like doing an introduction finally, you know?
I don't want to. I don't want to steal your thunder.
Don't steal my thunder, or you'll get the lightning.
So I feel like more shit than usual tonight. So I've got bronchitis, but I'm also allergic to apples, and I just ate an apple.
Why'd you? Why?
I don't know, man. I miss apples so much, and my school gave me a whole case of apples because it has something to do with like how the Chinese people celebrate New Year's. So they literally gave me a case of apples, and I've been giving them out to people left and right. But
Just random.
I fucking love apples, man. I haven't been able to eat an apple in so long. Because I used to love apples when I was growing up. Then I got braces for a couple of years, and I couldn't eat apples while you're wearing braces because it'll break the braces.
Mm-hmm.
And I got my braces off, and I could eat apples for like a year, and then I became allergic to them. So I've had a rough history with apples, bro.
Damn. Life gives you apples.
Get fucked, basically. So, not feeling good.
It's not good, man. It's not good at all.
Whatever, bro. If anyone happens to be out in the Lakeshore region near Guilin from the 20th to 24th, I got some shows out there.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
me and
China?
some comedians in the city are gonna travel. We're gonna go to another place, try to get in front of a fresh audience.
Nice.
Should be pretty good. I'm gonna try to do some stand up in Shanghai as well while I'm there.
How was today's set?
I actually think it went really well. We had almost nobody there, of course, which is pretty normal. Like probably 50% of the time, it's really just comedians and like one or two randos. But sometimes it's fucking packed. You never know. Like I might walk in there and there might be 50 or 60 people, and it's a really small bar, so that's fucking jam packed. Like most of the people are standing.
And you're doing new sets, new content, new
Yeah,
what is it?
yeah, new content.
Uh,
I do between 5 and 10 minutes each time, and in the pardon me, everybody.
That's the
In the beginning,
new
we were doing 10 minutes each, and I had this idea in my head. I was like, I'm gonna do 10 minutes 3 times, and then do a new 10 minutes. Because do it more than once, you try to get the timing down. But in the end, I was getting so little content out that it was upsetting me because I'm writing so much content, but I have so little time to practice it. And so now I just do new material each week.
is your like how many stand up shows have you done yet right now?
I don't know, maybe 10, maybe somewhere like that, like between 10 and 15, 15 at the most.
So you're pretty confident at it right now, right?
Yeah, I mean, I never had any anxiety about getting on stage, really. I just the first 3 weeks I told 10 minutes. The same 10 minutes is just a long story, and the second 3 weeks I told 10 minutes, just the same 10 minutes, a long story. And then since then I've gone away from telling stories, personal stories, and instead I mostly just tell like scripted jokes. And it's the scripted jokes come to me really easily. Actually, I think of a lot of them, and I just make a note of them in my phone, and then later I flesh them out. But they're really hard to remember, and so I almost always tell the joke incorrectly, or I miss a piece of it. Whereas the stories I can't forget because they're just my memories. So the stories I don't need to prepare at all. I can just get on stage and I can just tell stories forever and ever. But the scripted jokes, like tonight, I did 5 minutes, and in the 5 minutes, I did like 7 or 8 jokes, and the last one was a really long one. So I'm certain that I forgot a significant portion of the total material. However, I don't practice that much. I probably only I write the set today in the afternoon, and then I practice it once right after I write it, and then I practice it once more before I leave for the bar, and then I practice it again in the taxi on the way there, and that's it. So 3 times.
Hmm. That's not. That doesn't sound like it's enough. But if you have it down packed and you're not messing up, that's pretty good.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm doing it perfectly, but there's I'm sort of afraid of over preparing.
Hmm.
Because like while I'm up there on stage, I end up ad libbing quite a bit, and I'll often be telling a bit, and I'll like sort of discover a part of it that I hadn't originally written,
Hmm.
that I like a lot. But if I feel like if I over prepared, I would be stuck to a script.
Yeah, you want it to feel as natural as possible.
Yeah.
That's really good. I, it's really good. I really want to see one of your shows when you get back to the states.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm definitely gonna pursue it in the states. I'm gonna try to, you know, I'm gonna try to get up there 3 nights a week. That's my plan.
Did I tell you I actually asked a bar that does stand up if what the availability was?
Really, thank you. What'd they say? I appreciate that.
Yeah, they were like every Thursday, first come first serve, and you have it on the spot.
Did you ask them how many people usually go there? Like how many comedians?
Like 15.
Okay, so it's not terrible. I heard
Uh,
from this guy that came. We have a lot of visiting comedians just kind of just traveling around, which is why we want to go travel as well. It's good practice. And I talked to this guy, this Canadian guy who came from Shanghai a few weeks ago, and he said he visited Vancouver over the summer to see his family. And while he was there, he did stand up for the first time outside of China. And so there's only like 6 comedians in all of Wuhan, and there's probably like just a few dozen in Shanghai. And so, but there's a lot of comedy clubs and bars and restaurants that will have stand up mic, open mic nights, I should say. And so when you want to do a bit, when you want to do a set, you just send somebody a text message and be like, hey, I'm going to do a set tonight. And they're just like, okay. And then he went back and visited Vancouver, and he was telling me, he's like, man, it's fucking brutal. Because, like he says, first come, first serve. So, like, you write your name down wherever you wrote your name in the list, that's where you are. But you and a million other comedians want to do that as well. And so he was talking about how he would have to get to the bar or the restaurant or whatever 4 hours before the gig, and then even getting there 4 hours early, him and 20 other comedians are waiting for them to open their doors so they all rush in and try to sign their name first. And then you're only going to be on stage for 3 minutes.
Damn, that's pretty.
Oh man, interference.
Yeah, just yeah. But I had never been to Canada.
Oh, me either. But I imagined after him saying that, I imagined it would be like that in every major city. Just a gazillion people who want to get on stage and tell a joke.
I mean, I can imagine how brutal it is because it's just another big country like America. They're expecting a lot. They're expecting to be you to be funny and stuff like that.
Oh
But
yeah.
you're describing more. You're describing more of the ritual of like setting up gigs and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's a lot more competition. I think it was probably a really nice thing for me to start here in Wuhan because it's such a small group. We all know each other very well, or well enough at least. We all get along well. It sounds
And
very grindy and very cutthroat in a big city.
that's how you got into it. You just went to the bar and somebody was like, "Hey, you want to do stand up?"
No, I've actually been thinking about doing stand up for a really long time. I just never got on stage, and so I
Yeah,
just
he told me that.
just committed to doing it this time.
Rogan. He says everybody should be a comedian or something like that, right?
Yeah, basically he says that he's like, if you can make your friends laugh, you can make other people laugh. I'm like, that's not necessarily true.
I like that about you. You're like a skeptic, but you're hard on yourself. You're pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. You have your moments.
Oh, thank you. I have my moments. Thank you. I appreciate it. All the comedians always say to go out of your way to like don't have your friends or family come and see your material. Don't show your material to friends and family, especially not like girlfriends or whatever, because these people
Hmm.
you're gonna get a more accurate response from strangers
Probably.
because these people know
Just
you
like
too well.
just like the music thing. It's very personal.
Yeah. Now I'm glad that Apple didn't kill me.
Yeah, me too, buddy.
My throat was it was getting a little tight,
Yeah.
but hey, man, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Sometimes you gotta eat an apple even if you're allergic.
Now, is that a stupid theory where it's like you can eat something that you're allergic to little by little so you don't become allergic to it?
I don't think that's how it works. I think you're talking about like poison. I think if you have a little bit of poison every now and then, you'll become immune to that poison or something like that, or
Yeah,
maybe a sickness.
like
Yes.
chicken pox.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Not, not something you're already uh is it not ready for, I guess. Like
Well, it's also
allergy.
funny because I sort of had like a whirlwind of anxiety all of a sudden. So I already have bronchitis, and I ate the apple, and I skinned it because I my theory is that it's mostly the skin, and I ate like more than half of the apple before I even felt anything. And I took long breaks. I took a bite, and then I took like a 5 minute break. I was like, okay, I didn't feel anything. I ate some more, took a little break, ate some more. Um, but as I was eating it, I was like, maybe it's just a really slow onset. And I'm fucking myself right now, and maybe it'll like react badly with the bronchitis, and I'll fucking die. And then
Hmm.
I'm like, I'm pretty sure I have some Benadryl, and so I went and I looked through my cabinets. I'm like, oh yeah, I got some like 10,000-year-old Benadryl, and I popped the Benadryl out of the package, put it in my mouth, and I swig it back with water as I'm looking at the back of the box, and I swig it back and I look down, and it's like it relieves these things, blah 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 blah, and it's like medical warning for these things, and underneath the medical warning, it was like ask your doctor if you have before you take this if you have bronchitis. I was like,
Yeah.
fuck. So I immediately went and Googled it. I was like, what does it mean? Nothing, apparently.
Uh, so you know what's inside the skin of apples?
I don't know.
Um, what's that? It's cyanide. There's small traces of cyanide inside the skin.
That's why they're so delicious. I like to live dangerously, Arman.
So if you're allergic to apples, it's kind of reasonable.
I think it's like hay fever or some bullshit like this.
Fever. What is that?
I don't know. Some bullshit. So I Googled it. Apparently, the longest podcast ever was 36 hours.
About what?
I don't know, man. I'm sure it wasn't very thrilling. I bet we could do
Silent.
longer, though.
We could. I was at
36.
your house when we were just drinking.
Nah,
And
we'll
back
go
in
to
the
sleep if it was
like,
drinking.
yeah.
We gotta do like a 48-hour gaming session where we play a multitude of different games. But I don't. Does it have to be the same people?
No.
It's actually on Guinness World Records.
Guinness Book of World Records.
Are we gonna have to like shit in our pants? Can we get up and walk around?
Yeah, you can. Joe Rogan has his guests that go to the bathroom in between his podcasts. It's like, oh, but the guest is like, is this allowed? Can I go to the bathroom real quick? And Joe Rogan's like, yeah, man, don't shit your pants. But
Okay, I got it. So longest uninterrupted live podcast webcast was 41 hours.
Ooh, I don't know if I can beat that.
It was three Americans. The trio did occasionally take individual breaks and a steady stream of friends and followers. Not to mention their wives were on hand to lend support. Schneider was armed with a binder filled with pages printed from the internet to keep from running out of material to talk about. And the podcasters interviewed all manner of costumed and non-costumed Wonderfest attendees and vendors, from stormtroopers to movie monsters. So it sounds like they did it at some kind of convention.
That's so easy. If you're at a place like that, it's like entertaining you. You're not even gonna get bored.
One of the guys says, quote, I was worried around 2 a.m. the first night. Apparently, I was talking to Paul and fell asleep for a few seconds in mid-sentence.
It's 2 hours, almost 2 hours. What was it? 42?
41.
40.
We can do
Was it
that easy. 41 hours? Psh. Now, if it was 42, that'd be unreasonable.
Not feeling young. I don't know if I got that energy in me. I don't even play video games like that.
Yeah, not anymore, certainly. I mean, we did some pretty epic ragers back in high school.
Yeah.
But now I'm an old man. I can't be doing shit like that.
Yeah.
I've gotten so fat, Arman. It's grotesque.
Skinny like a twig.
I thought about fucking making a YouTube video today of just me drumming on my belly. But then I was like, nobody wants to see that.
I was gonna send you a YouTube thing of this guy's that watched like Joe Rogan or something, or somebody else, another YouTuber, and he was like, "You inspired me to lose weight," and he was like 475 pounds. He's like, "This is my body, a full body transformation."
He
And
was
he
doing
was just
yoga,
like,
right? DDT yoga?
"Yeah,
Yeah, I saw that video. Yeah, they had a weight loss challenge month, Rogan and his crew. We should do things like that, Arman. I did something like that a couple of years ago, and it actually really helped me. I lost like 30 pounds in a month.
well, we're gonna go to the gym. We could vlog the gym
I like the
sessions."
idea of there being challenges, though. Like, I need stakes. So, like, what we did I did it with a Canadian guy, a South African guy. These were the stakes. You have to grow out your beard for the entire. We did it for 60 days. So you have to grow your. Oh yeah, I lost like 30 pounds in 2 months, not 1 month. You grow your beard out for 60 days, and whoever loses the most weight by percentage based on where they started. Do you know what I mean?
BMI or whatever.
Whatever. They get to shave the other person's beards, and then they have to keep that beard for a week. So I shaved the South African guy to look like a pirate with like this sharp, pointy beard and like goatee, and I shaved the Canadian guy to look like a Civil War general, where like just his chin is shaved, and he's got these giant mutton chops and connecting mustache.
God, beards get so dirty after a while.
I mean, not if you wash them, you dirty fucker.
I always wash them.
Yeah, okay. And piss. And cheese.
Yes, you don't do toilet water? But
I'm grappling with whether or not I should take testosterone.
that's cheating.
I don't give a
Instantly disqualified.
No,
Well, you
I'm
can't
not.
go to the.
fuck. What? I
You can't go to the
Olympics?
Yeah,
of
you can't
course.
go to
I
the
knew you were gonna
Olympics
say
this
that.
year.
I only have a problem with people taking steroids if they're competing against people who are not taking steroids in some kind of competition, and they have endorsements and they have sponsors and all sorts of shit like that.
All right. Welcome back from some technical difficulties on bullshit and video games.
Yep. Weren't we just saying in episode 24 that I'm having constant technical difficulties over here? That
Yeah.
I'm not able to record more than 2 or 3 videos without some issue. So there you go. Second video of the day, of the night, I should say. Or no, it's the third. I don't know. But fucking glitch.
Using these really expensive hardware and
Yeah.
equipment, you would expect some technical difficulties. Uh,
Goddamn. I want my $40 to work harder than this.
what was $40?
My blue snowball.
Should have bought it earlier. Remember, I spent like $75 on mine.
Yeah, you should have gotten a Yeti. I told you should have. I should have gotten a Yeti. I regret it.
The Yeti was more expensive.
Yeah, but it's a better microphone, I think.
I like the Yeti, but I'm actually fond of this blue snowball. I really got used to it.
Me too. I like it too. It's just that it doesn't fit inside of a shock mount. You have to get a custom shock mount for it, which is expensive as shit. But any stock shock mount will fit a Yeti.
Hmm.
And I'm
Okay,
banging the table really often, so I need that shit.
Yeah, that makes a bit of a difference.
Well, I
But you can't
furiously
have,
masturbate.
but you can't have it shock mounted to the side. It has to be fully upright, right?
I think you can have it any direction
Really?
because it screws in there like it's in there tight.
And then it just holds it through the tethers,
Yeah,
the rope.
yeah, like the elastic bands.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'd like to get a setup where it kind of hangs down from the ceiling rather than being attached to the desk.
just comes down like a fucking music hall mic.
Yeah, or like oh yeah, like hanging from the ceiling, dangling.
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be great.
Oh, something always recording like at random times when you get those like weird moments where you can really rippity rap and you're
Oh
like,
man.
"Oh, that was fire."
Speaking of which, Armand, how's your rippity rap career going?
It's going pretty good.
Have you been discovered by Snoop D-O Double G?
No. We've added a couple more rappers and producers to our network.
So you're like a gang
Um,
now?
no, we're gang free.
A bunch of street toughs?
No, we found a guy. He actually went to school for audio engineering, so he's our official producer slash engineer. And then there's another guy that already has experience with like making albums and EPs. So he he got on the track with us. We came up with I think it dropped. The song dropped yesterday. So I don't know. Go check it out, guys.
So anyway, Armand, you think I should do steroids? Just testosterone, and nothing else. Just because it's legal here, I can just go to the hospital and ask for it. I can get medical grade, legit shit. I don't know. I'm on the fence about it.
I mean, you gotta look at it and see if it's something you're making because of reasons of you don't have the ability
I,
to
I can tell you my
really.
reasonings right now, and I can tell you them crystal clear. Number one reason, I just want to be lighter.
I'm not against it. That's one thing, but
Oh yeah, I know you're not. I
like
know you're not. But I think that, and I'm not really asking for your opinion. I'm gonna do whatever I want to do.
I know
um,
exactly.
but I think it is important to understand your reasons for doing it. So like right now, I'm like 60 pounds overweight, and losing weight is
You
just
just need a
difficult.
boost.
It's just a
You just
difficult
need a
fucking
boost,
process.
right?
Yeah, it's a difficult process that I really don't enjoy. And left up to my own devices, I just probably won't lose the weight, and I'm realistic about that.
Hmm.
Um, that's so like number one is I just want to be lighter. I just want to be lighter, just be a lighter human being, not be so fucking heavy. But a big part of that is I just have no energy, man. Just tired all day, every day, all the time. It doesn't matter if I eat well or eat shit. It doesn't matter if I sleep well or I barely sleep at all. I feel terrible every day. I
That's
didn't exactly have a difficult day. I didn't even drink tonight because I'm on antibiotics. I'm just exhausted though. It doesn't matter.
That's how I feel when I'm not on Adderall.
Well, see, that's the problem, and you hit the nail on the fucking head, Armand. You hit the nail on the head. So I'm gonna be coming back to America soon. I'm gonna be re-upping my Adderall prescription,
Hmm.
and so I know with my current energy levels, I'm just gonna fall right onto Adderall. I'm gonna be, I don't want to say dependent because it makes it sound like I'm addicted or something, but dependent
Yeah,
is
it's
the right
never a
word.
crutch. It's not a crutch.
Sorry, what you said
Medication
is definitely a
helps you.
crutch.
What? No,
Sorry,
it's
what'd you say?
it's not a crutch.
Well, it is if you have low energy levels yourself, and then
But
if I know I have a hard day, of course I'm going to take an Adderall if I've got one.
no, you're supposed to take Adderall daily because that's the prescription.
Well,
But
I mean, we know that those prescriptions are bullshit. Come on, Armand.
hey, it works wonders.
Hey,
It
Armand,
just
don't play this game with me, all right?
I'm for medication.
I am as well, and I'm for. So we're all afraid of the unknown, right? And that's really the reason I haven't done testosterone yet. I've known that it's been legal here in China for since I arrived, pretty much, because I know foreigners here who take testosterone.
Mhm.
But I've always kind of thought to myself, on the one hand, I've never given a shit about how I look, so that's not the reason I would take it. And I'm not sure what the side effects might be. And now that I've researched it a lot more, significantly more, the only side effects I would be worried about is going bald and getting man titties. Now, apparently, if you're taking estrogen blockers, there's very little chance of getting man tits. But you could go bald. And either one of those things is not worth taking it in my mind. Like, I'd rather just be a fat guy. I've been a fat guy for the last 27 years. It's been fine for me. Hasn't been a detriment. Except feeling like shit all the time.
Yeah.
I guess it
You,
has been a huge detriment.
like I want to delve into it a little more, but like, do you take Adderall right now?
No, I don't because I haven't been able to get a script here. Actually, I haven't even tried, honestly. Um, so like I ran out of Adderall like basically immediately as I got back or got to
Like,
China.
I know exactly how you feel. You probably feel like complete shit
Well,
all
I
the
mean, I
time.
haven't taken it really like in 4 years, so it's not like it's not like I have withdrawal effects or anything. I haven't taken it consistently since college.
I love what Adderall does.
Oh, I agree. That's why I'm saying
Like,
like when I come back to America, I'll probably just get my script and I'll just take fucking 30 or 60 milligrams a day, which is a lot of Adderall, man. It's definitely not good for your brain.
mine are, I think, 60 milligram.
They're probably 30s. I haven't seen anything above 30.
I got it right here. It is 60 milligram.
Fuck, you have 60. Are they tablets or are they extended release?
Extended release.
Wow.
Or not extended release. They're take one in the morning.
No, I mean, are
They're
they
in
like
like
a capsule with shit inside of it or is it like a pill?
it's a pill.
Okay, so tablets. Wow, I didn't know they made bigger than 30 milligram ones. That's fucking extreme.
Yeah, so the doctors, you know the whole ordeal with what I went through the past couple while, but I
Yeah,
won't
yeah.
put it on the internet and shit. But they were pretty much like, oh, you just have ADD.
Oh man,
I was like,
dude,
thanks, thank you.
that's just their response for everything now. I want to go to uh, a friend of ours, doctor, because apparently he said the first day he saw this doctor, she said, "quote I believe in medication," and so now every time he has a problem, she's just like, "Oh, here's a script. Go get medication." I want
I
that
mean, shit.
doctor.
What else? I'm not gonna. I mean, I have my own reasons why I believe in medication. Just like you can feel like the cons. Sorry, like
No, no,
I was
I'm
trying
not
to think
laughing
of.
at you. Sorry,
Oh,
I'll explain what I'm laughing at after you make your point.
you can feel the cons of like the uh how Adderall kind of drains you out a little bit, but it keeps you up and it keeps you going for the whole fucking day rather than being like lazy as shit and not doing anything at all,
Or
and I
not
lost
just
like
lazy,
four
but like
pounds.
being a zombie. Like
Yeah,
I'll have a
I'm
super busy day where I have a million things to do and I do all the things, but at every moment of the day I feel like shit. Like my eyes are half closed. You know, I'll sleep for 10 hours. I'll wake up at 8, come into my office, turn my computers on. I'll do like an hour of work, and then I'll wake up and I'm like, oh shit, fell asleep on my desk, like on my keyboard. I'm like, oh fuck. I'll wake up, I'll do like 2 more hours of work, and then I'll wake up again, like, oh shit, I fell asleep again. God damn it. I'll go have lunch. After lunch, I'll come back, do like another hour or two of work, and then at that point, I'll barely be able to keep my eyes open. I'll just get up and go to bed and take like a 4 hour nap in the afternoon. That can't be
yeah,
good.
man. It just sounds like you need some Adderall, honestly.
Yeah, I just need some artificial energy. I don't drink coffee. I think that's the thing. Like, I think for most people, if I explain this to them, they'd be like, "Oh man, you like have a medical condition or something?" Because I don't have that
Yeah,
experience. But meanwhile, they're drinking 5 cups of coffee in the day.
yeah. No, I'm not saying yeah as far as like yeah, you have a mental condition. No, I'm saying like people are not like they're blind to the fact that they drink coffee probably every single
Or yeah,
day
or
and stuff
smoke
like that.
cigarettes, which also stimulates them.
Yeah, exactly. But you're pretty clean for the most part. Well, you're actually just clean as shit. You're on diets. You're
Don't drink,
trying to
don't
work
smoke.
out.
Well,
Yeah,
I drink very occasionally.
yeah, and that's just a simple case of just needing a little boost. And like I was trying to explain, like um the downsides to Adderall is like means nothing to me when I can actually get shit done on Adderall.
Yeah, I hear you. The pros outweigh the cons. Certainly with
So
Adderall.
much more. So much more.
That's why I'm on the fence about testosterone. You know,
But that's the thing. What if let's say hypothetically Adderall is the right choice for you? What would be the case if you take testosterone and your body gets used to testosterone rather than taking Adderall? You know,
yeah.
I don't know anything.
Well,
I know shit nothing about science and uh doctor stuff, but
you know, I'd
like,
rather take Adderall of the two because I'm more familiar with it, and I know that it's not going to have
a-
serious detriments.
and you're
Well,
gonna lose weight on Adderall. Do you agree with that much?
well, I've gained weight on Adderall. Like, I don't really have the you know, where it like decreases your hunger. I don't really get that effect.
Okay.
So
Hmm.
maybe on larger doses, I would.
Yeah. Taking 60s, bro.
Yeah,
Get
man.
on my level.
Take a 60, but like an extended. Well, another a friend of ours who I'm not gonna name, but he takes an extended release in the morning, a 30, which is the capsule
Uh-huh.
with the shit inside of it, at
Yeah.
like 7 a.m. And then at like 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. he takes a 30 milligram tablet. So I would probably do something like that, like a double dose to keep me at a pretty high buzz all day.
Hey, don't feel ashamed because in
I don't
this
feel
like
ashamed at
time and
all,
age,
dude. If
this
they legalized all drugs and they have them at 7-Eleven, I'd go in there and get a grab bag every day.
everybody takes stimulants of some kind, and it's not even
Pardon me.
like pick me ups. And people smoke cigarettes, people drink alcohol to cope with bullshit that is quote unquote natural in the environment. You might as well take something else. Like we're pretty active people, so it's like you need something else to like uh balance that out.
Well, talking about being active, like if I Google my height, weight, age, and that I'm a man for like a
Hmm.
calorie counter, it tells me that I'm supposed to have like 3,200 calories a day to maintain weight. I can tell you without a doubt because I've counted my calories for a very long time. I
Hmm.
don't count them religiously, but if I'm on a diet, like so let's say I say I'm going to do a diet for the next 6 months of these types of food, which I've done before, then I count my calories carefully. And I know for a fact that I can be in the 2,000 calorie range and gain weight. So you can't trust what Google says.
I've never understood calories and stuff. Like
I
I
don't
know what they
understand them
are,
at
and
all.
it's just the theory behind what they produce into like diets and stuff. I don't know how they understand that because it even like personal trainers are like, yeah, all this is bullshit.
Well, I understand calories from a scientific point of view. A
Yeah,
calorie
that I know. Yeah.
is the energy required to change the temperature of water.
So
So when you're talking about calories in food, you're talking about the energy in the food. And when your body doesn't need the energy, it turns into fat. That's the idea, I suppose.
the specific science about it. Yeah.
Yeah, so here's the definition. The energy needed to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water through 1 degree centigrade.
Why? Well, okay. Carbs is
So
what you burn, and calories is what you use to burn carbs.
no. Carb is one of the macronutrients. So carbs are in the same macronutrient category as like protein and fat. Calories, everything, carbs, protein, and fats, they have a caloric value, which means an energy value. So like fat has more energy than meat, for example.
Hmm.
So like uh, the sun shines onto a plant, gives it energy. The animal eats the plant gives the animal energy. It uses that energy to create fat and muscle and meat and bone and all these things. We kill the animal and eat it to get the energy out of that food into our bodies, which we use to create those same things in our bodies. And I guess the idea is that when you have more calories than you need, you gain fat because that's how your body stores those energy calories for later.
Hmm.
Fucking
Okay,
science.
fucking science, man.
And sciencing so hard all over the fucking place. Ski ski.
On that note, it's
Yeah.
been
An extra long one. Extra coughs for you.
yeah informative, good topics.
Yeah,
I
semi.
like like
None
this
of this
stuff.
shit is professional. Don't take any of our advice on anything.
I indulge in my own work.
Anyway,
But this has been bullshit of video games, and I'm Arman, and
I'm Brian. You
thank
really
you.
gonna make me do have to sign off like that? You son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's
All right, everybody. Goodbye. Have a good day.
yeah.